Wow. Good to see everyone again. It's it is our October membership meeting for the Delta Amateur Radio Club. Glad to see everybody here. How is everybody doing tonight? Man, y'all are way too quiet. That was not even an S9. That was maybe an S2. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing well.
You got to an S5. You got to the back corner. Fantastic. Little radio humor there. We could get started. If I could ask Perry to flip through the real quick just to call a roll of the board members that are present. I sure would appreciate that, just so we know who's here.
All right. President Joe Plump.
Present.
Vice President Tyler Hensley.
Present.
Secretary Perry Hayes is present. Treasurer Paul Brown is absent. Director of Training Joe Lowenthal.
Here.
Computer Trustee Dan Fleet.
Here.
Director of Meetings and Special Events Josh Cunningham.
Here.
Director of Programs Adam White is here. Director of Publications Jonathan Herschel.
He may be put away.
He's upstairs.
Okay.
Upstairs.
Flood historian John Ryan. Here. We do have a quorum, Mr. President.
I very much appreciated that. All right, thanks everyone. Let's do a quick round the tables introduction. If I could ask, we'll start over here with Josh, because Tyler's working on something. If we could stand, introduce yourself, your name and call sign, and one thing that you want to do next year as an amateur radio operator. One and only one thing.
Put me on the spot. Okay. I have to think real quick. All right. I'm Josh, KQ4IOS. Next year, let's probably do an event or a meeting idea on towers.
Okay.
Jim Sterling, KJ4 TCE. I just want to get more involved with the whole organization. That's it.
Smith, KR4 EPL. As far as next year, I just want to complete the general.
Yeah.
Worthy goal. We've got some others that are extra.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll do.
My name is Clement Boybuki. Thank you for TQV, and I'm interested in looking forward to the winter day, winter field day next week. So I want to do that.
I'm taking for QEV. I want to do one of the VHF contest weekends and legitimately try and do well in it.
You're a good sport, Tyler. Thanks for letting me harass you a little bit. All right, one more hand.
And W4GMM. I just want to be alive next year.
Bill, KK4VBS. I'm with him, I guess. Stay involved.
I'm Bob, KR4 EXD, and I just want to get to know everybody better because I'm new, and also talk my wife into letting me get a decent base rate.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Joe, WA4OVO, retired from Director of Training.
Okay. All right. So, hang on. Joe, I want to take an opportunity, since Joe mentioned it. Joe has done a fantastic job for the Delta Club for over 12 years. And we absolutely need somebody to come beside Joe and learn his position and apprentice for a little while and then take over fully his position. So, if anybody's out there is interested in training and minting new hands and taking over that, please let Joe know, let me know, let anyone on the board know, because we don't want to lose all the knowledge that Joe has. He's got a tremendous amount of knowledge, and we wanted him to be able to pour that into somebody. All right. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate all of the time that you've given, and hopefully we can find you an apprentice.
It's 19 years.
Okay. I stand corrected. I apologize. All right. Dana?
Thank you, WI3B, and I'm gonna put together a, POTA vacation next year.
Going to this one?
Tom, AC5MR, and, I wanted to mention the new legislation that the ARL is dealing with legislators and committees and all to get us over this homeowners association plague that all of us in these subdivisions have to go through. We can't have an antenna and all that good stuff. So if you want to go to the ARL site, get on there. There's a link to where you can do that. Okay. I hope everybody's done that.
Real easy.
Who has not done it? Who has not signed the letter
I
electronically?
see no hands in the room, so everyone in the room has done it.
Okay, I'm preaching to the choir.
Anyway,
Go to Adam and he'll put it on the computer.
Okay.
so anyway, AC5 more Tommy. So next year, I hope that passes so I can get me a hex beam and
Name's Sean, KN4WKF. I would like to be able to attend one of the ham fests. I have not, in the years that I've done this, I have not, my wife has not allowed me to go yet.
So can I highly recommend our bus trip to Huntsville in August?
You know, every year I want to pay for that and just tell my wife, already done, honey, I gotta go. So,
We can make that happen.
definitely.
Permission is, forgiveness is a whole lot better than.
I'm with Kilo Alpha 4 whiskey. Yes, 3 shots. But anyway, next year, I want to get more involved here. It's been, enjoyed the last couple of times I've been here, but anyway, that's it.
AD4Q. Bob, when you figure out how to do that with your wife, let me know. I've been working on it for over 60 years and I haven't got it figured out yet.
Yeah, but you got every radio there is.
I'm gonna say, I've seen yours.
Thing I want to do this year, I want to get my Globe B500.
Yeah, your wife's not stopping you, it's just an intervention.
Let's go back to the back there. We'll go to the back there.
4DF. Next year, I would like to build you all repeaters that you can key up at your house with hand.
There you go.
It'd be full quiet.
Won't do that, man.
I'd like to get on HF and do POTUS next year.
Go back table ready?
KQ4HJH, Randy, and next year, I'd like to get thoroughly Aries trained and qualified.
Harry, November 4, Golf, Juliet. Joe stole my idea. I'd like to do an activity next year. Once my son graduates from school, I'd like to do more activities. Not something I've been able to do much of.
I'm John, KN4BBH, and I'd like to get a flex radio.
Gary, WB4SWP. I haven't decided what I'm going to do next year.
Ned, KA4BLL, and I'm gonna try to just coast and survive next year.
I'm Taylor, KP4KLJ. I'd like to get a new radio or two.
Janet, and for FBI, be more active on 2 years.
Dan, KN4FPJ. I'd like to, if the homeowners thing goes through, get an antenna out.
Any point in me, I'm gonna get all that, you're out of my attic.
Richard, K4DXF. Next year, I'd like to learn to use the radios I already have.
My name's Rick, N0KYN. I did get a new radio. A nice one, too. But I want to get more into contesting on HF.
What's the radio?
Yazoo FT DX 101D.
Oh, yeah.
Nice, right? Yes, that's right.
Nice.
Jim, Whiskey for Julia Bravo Golf. I'd like to steal a bunch of ideas from you guys. I'm still very new. You stole my line, but I'd love to just know how to use the radio I have.
Larry, KR4DFU, and I'll piggyback off the Aries suggestion. I'd like to get qualified on that.
Rich Garrett, Alpha India 4 Bravo November. And I'd like to do a Parks on the Air park activation. Hunted a bunch, but never activated, so that's a goal.
I'd like to stand up.
Ron KM4S like you. I'd like to get the tower I've had in my side yard actually erected.
I'll give you a call.
I still got to put mine up. It's still in pieces.
I was gonna say, Josh was gonna do a class on that, so I think we got two that are.
No, I was asking if we could have a class. So I was like,
All right, John.
I'm John, KK4LST, and I don't know if it'll be next year, but at some point I'd like to try slow scan TV, where you get the picture from, for example, the space station and through a radio. I'd like to look into that and give it a whirl.
Joe, KM4JXS, and I'm wanting to learn more modes in ham. Seems like there's no end to them. And right now I'm working on All-Star.
I'm Adam, K4STV, and I also want to do Winter Field Day, which we're going to talk about in a minute here.
Steve, KK4VPT. I think my brother, he's got his tech, but I think he's wanting to get more involved next year. I think he's ready for that, so I'll probably be involved with that.
All right, I'm Joe, November Sierra 4 Echo, and I want to do a little more contesting next year because I didn't get to contest as much as I wanted to this year. I'm going to throw it back over to Jonathan to close us out.
Jonathan KO4WAQ, and I wasn't here for the question, but I guess it's what you want to do next year. I want to be extra next year and do both of the field days next year as well on the digital mode. I think I'll be good. I'll be able to plug in here.
Fantastic. So there was a lot of opportunity that everybody would love to do next year. And one of the challenges that I asked us all to look at, we have some great Elmers scattered throughout the room. Those that are blessed to be joining us and saying, hey, I want to make sure I get up in the morning. Let's not lose that knowledge. Let's go pick their brains and learn all of the fantastic information that they have before us. Challenges all kind of pick an Elmer and ask them some questions about that. With that, we're going to transition into a quick little bit of new business that we need to take care of right quick before we get to the program. We've got to read and approve our minutes.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes of last meeting and the treasurer's report as published in Spark. Second.
Motion made by him, seconded by Randy. All in favor, approve the minutes as published and the treasurer's report as published in Sparks, please say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Fantastic. Appreciate that, Ham. All right, we'll take a real quick trip through the board members to see if they've got any additional reports, and we got two other pieces of real quick business, and then we'll jump into something. Jump into the programs. So let me run down the list. Tyler, do you have anything you want to add as a board member report?
Nothing to report.
Fantastic. Perry?
No, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Adam?
Winter Field Day is the last weekend in January. A couple of years ago, I went to Meeman Shelby Forest State Park and set up with my little trailer. They're actually doing renovations, so we could get a cabin there. It's more expensive, or we could go to T.O. Fuller or another state park. I was kind of thinking if a couple of people have RVs, we could get like the cul-de-sac, have a little neighborhood, and then we're not outside in the cold, wet the whole time. But email me and answer the signal report if you're interested in Winter Field Day this year.
So I'll take a second shameless plug. And the signal report that's on your QR code on the table, a question about winter field day, if you'll give us that information, that would be super helpful.
You can put that on the score.
I'm sorry?
Yeah. Thanks.
All right, Josh?
Strawberry cream Dr. Pepper's in there too, that need to be, gone. They're right at their expiration date. Other than that,
So rather than have the strawberry cream Dr. Pepper's expire, please drink them. Thank you, Jonathan. Joe?
Have planning for general class starting November 3rd through December the 8th. We have 6 students, that have signed up. We need to get 10 there. So if anybody's a tech, and need to get their general, please sign up and, so we can make the class. Otherwise, the dropout rate and everything is such in classes that it makes it to where it's awfully difficult to teach to 2 people or 3 people.
All right. Any questions of Joe's class? All right. Dan?
Yeah, the static monster comes and visits us once in a while, but everything is running. Probably add another all-star node soon. And we're planning on going out to the 625 and swapping out the audio board and upgrading the repeater on it. So there'll be probably over the next month or two some upgrades. And heard the conversation the other night. I think JXS was on there and Australia linked up to our repeater. So never know who you're going to talk to.
Oh, it was fantastic.
It was cool. So that's neat. Anyway.
All right. Thank you, Dan. With that, are there any announcements from the club members? Yes, Mr. John, I didn't mean to forget you.
Oh, no worries. I got a couple of quick things. First of all, Mid-South DMRnet, the slide up here says it's at 7:30. Tomorrow night it is, but tomorrow night will be the last night that it's at 7:30. We're actually going to push it back to 9 p.m. Basically, we've had a difficult time finding net control stations to run it, and I've been preoccupied on Wednesday evening and can't make the 7:30 time. So we're going to shift it back. But it's fun net. We usually have a fun little interesting question to answer. The other thing is I've got to get an email out tonight or tomorrow, but we got the Great American Shakeout coming up Thursday. It's a WinLink exercise, and there's a special form that you have to use in WinLink to submit your report, and that's coming up Thursday, so day after tomorrow.
All right. Thank you, John. Announcements from the membership? Anyone have an announcement? All right. Thanks so much. The next item we have is I'll ask our nomination committee chairman if we've got any nominations for officers for next year, board of directors.
No new nominations. We had one that was considering it, but I heard their family put them in Lakeside, so that one's out of the running. So,
so with that, the board, as we are currently formed, has all agreed to serve again next year. So I would certainly entertain a nomination to nominate the board as we are currently formed to serve for 2026. And that'll open nominations until we close it in November, where we actually have the election in November. November's another special date because that's also where we have all of our door prize drawings. And then December is, of course, our social dinner gathering that we have. So I would entertain a motion.
So move.
Second.
Seconded. All right. Motion made by Joe, seconded by
Dan.
Dan. Couldn't see back there. To nominate the current board of directors from 2025 to serve in 2026 as they are currently formed. All in favor of that? That's not a nomination. It's just a nomination, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. The nomination. All right. So that nomination has been made, and we will carry out the elections in November. All right. One final thing. I will again call you out and have you look at the signal report. It's on your table. Make sure you fill that out before you leave or as you're going through the program. With that, we'll take a short break before we jump into the program for the evening. All right, and now Adam will call us back from the break and introduce our program.